We are here with head men's basketball coach Joe Krupinski after his team's 99-67 win over St. Mary of the Woods. Coach, your last game before any kind of break like you guys are getting ready to have, there's always a chance of a letdown. But today your guys, they came out, played well, and got the win, got the job done.
Yeah, I thought in the first half we may not have come out as focused or as energetic maybe as we needed to be. Some of that was St. Mary's. They did a good job spreading us out and finishing plays and making some shots by guys that, Vasquez there is a good shooter and he got open, and a couple guys who aren't, the stats wouldn't tell you our great shooters made a couple shots and they were hanging around there, and we just didn't play. I don't think it was as much enthusiasm or energy at the defensive end as we needed to, especially in our pressure as in the first half. But yes, I thought after halftime we locked in a lot better. It is a tough week coming off a couple of tough Division I games, coming off finals last week. There's not much else going on, so this is a different time of year for sure. At our level, and it was good to see us kind of right the ship there at the half and play a lot better in the second half.
Coach, you guys only turned it over 8 times. You forced them into 16 turnovers, and that's a 25-6 advantage in points off turnovers. You got to be happy to see something like that on.
Yeah, again, I thought they handled the pressure pretty well in the first half. We had one or two plays that that we caused them to maybe go too fast or throw it away. But the second half, when we played much more in the half court, I thought that steadied us a little bit, helped us. And we finally started to do much better on the backboard and get out in transition, and that's typically where we are our best when we're getting up and down running, getting some runouts and odd number situations, and that was the case again today.
31 assists on 41 made field goals, making the extra pass, finding the extra man. That's what you want to see.
Well, I told the Jim up there in the TV booth, the stream booth, that that you might be the MVP of today, Dylan, with our assist to turnover ratio, giving us 31 assists. But I did think we passed the ball, pretty well. We have an unselfish group. They don't always make the right play, but they're always trying to make the right play. And I thought we did that more than others. And St. Mary's did a good job switching up to man zone, but in the zone we did move the ball. I thought okay, and we started finishing plays in the second half, and that's what led to a high number of assists. We shot 60% in the second half, and a lot of those were off good plays and passes that led to layups.
4 players in double figures. Ricardo Travis really played well today. A couple of threes there, I think, late in the first half that really kind of helped give us that lead at halftime. 8 of 14, 21 points. Got to be happy seeing that from Ricky.
I mean, Ricky really came out ready to play. I thought he made a couple of those threes, one early and one late in the half. I think that helped, and then started getting out in transition and made some good plays in the half court as well. As a senior, we expect him to do that. Him, Quan, Donnie, and Corey, were our double figure scorers, but a guy like, I thought Ridge Hall gave us a big lift in the second half, coming off the bench, played with a great deal of energy, rebounding the ball. I don't know how many he had, but it seemed like he had a lot out there. He was flying around, playing physical inside and getting rebounds, and Nick Keaton did the same thing in the first half. So
7 rebounds.
Isaiah got banged up there a little bit, and we needed some guys to do that. So overall, after a bit of a slow start, I thought that everybody who entered the game played really well. Cam Miller, I thought played well. That's a guy who's really come on here in practice the last few weeks, and I thought we really wanted to make a point to try to get him some action here today to kind of get him going, and because he could be a guy who gives us more important minutes in the second half of the year.
Coach, you get this win improved to 7-4 and 2-3 in conference play. You obviously had the break, but then right after break, you guys step right into it, and you play 2 of the best teams on the other side.
Yeah, it doesn't get any easier.
You got Rio and Tech on the road. Kind of have you had a chance to look at much of them at all or anything?
We've pretty much been focused on the teams we're playing here this first half. We will dive into that during the break. But you're right. The schedule makers did us no favors. We've we've finally got a league game. Who knew you could still play at home?
You could play at home in the
play
league.
at home today.
Yeah.
So that's great. But yep, right back, 2 really good teams. Rio's, obviously went to the national tournament last year and beat us in the tournament and has some, really high-end talent. Tech, I think, is probably by consensus the best team in the league right now. They've had some really good, not only wins in the league but out of league. And those guys are, with a couple of pieces added to pretty much last year's team that won the league. So, those are really 2 difficult games. We're excited for that challenge, I think, and excited if we can just get through, some of the tougher games on the road. And we've dropped a couple that we felt like we should have had. So if we can just weather the storm here and get into the home stretch of our schedule, which is pretty significant, we feel like we have a chance to continue to progress.
All right, thanks, Coach. Happy holidays. Congrats on today's win.
Happy holidays, Don. Have a good one.